Thermal Club has released their IndyCar $1 Million Challenge All-Star Race pricing, and we need to talk about it. Guys, it's $2,000 for general admission for the weekend to go to the IndyCar $1 Million Challenge All-Star Race at Thermal Club. $2,000, American, not Canadian, not pesos. This isn't Formula One. This is IndyCar we're talking about. $2,000 for an exhibition race in the Coachella Valley for you to sit on an aluminum bleacher for 3 days, separated from all the wealthy people that are members of the Thermal Club, sitting over here in your poor pen. $2,000, $666 a day to watch an exhibition race. And I can't stress that enough. This is an exhibition race. And you're going to spend more than my mortgage is each month to go watch Colton Herta probably throw away another victory just to be at an exhibition race. Good news is you get lunch every single day with this and some drinks. So that certainly makes up some of that $666 a day that you'll be spending. And you get paddock access, which is phenomenal. I can go to the Rolex 24 at Daytona for $120, get the general admission, which includes sitting anywhere you want in the grandstand, quite honestly, as well as access to the grid in the pre-race and the garage area during the race. Or for $2,000, I can go to the Coachella Valley, right there in Indigo, California, to a purpose-built motorsport community full of very wealthy people, and good for them. They made their money. They're going to go out there and drive their McLarens and their Porsches around mediocrely around the Thermal Club and tell their friends that they did a really good job and that they're one of the fastest guys out there. And this is why Max Verstappen is struggling in this corner this weekend, because they know exactly what they're doing. You can do all of that and hang out with those people for $2,000 to watch an exhibition race. It's lunacy. The pricing for all events has got absolutely out of control. A grandstand seat for the Las Vegas Grand Prix for Formula One is $2,700 just for race day. What are we even doing out here? I get wanting to be a part of an event, wanting to make some memories and doing things like that. But at some point, we got to draw the line somewhere. You can't just be charging $2,000 to go to an exhibition race for IndyCar. And I love IndyCar. I'm out here wanting IndyCar to get better every single year, and Roger Penske just keeps stiff-arming me and everybody else that is like, hey, you should try to make this series better. He's like, no. Decade-old car, we're keeping it. Any sort of media right deal that's going to make this thing better. No, we're not interested in that. Social media, we don't need that as well. Access to the drivers, well, we'll get around to it eventually. And all their marketing is bad too. And now they actively have gone against trying to grow the sport. They go to an ultra-exclusive club, open up 5,000 tickets for non-members to come, and then they charge them $2,000, which actually comes out to be $2,080 when you go to check out, because it's Ticketmaster, right? So they have to have a processing fee in here as well. So for $2,080, you can go watch an exhibition race at Thermal Club. And there's going to be comments that are like, oh, stop being so poor. I can afford to go. But at some point, you have to that's the principle of the thing, where it's like, why would I spend this much money? You can get a suite for the NASCAR Clash at the LA Coliseum for $1,900. That's a suite. Those aren't aluminum benches. That's what you're going to get at Thermal Club. And I want IndyCar to grow. I desperately want IndyCar to grow because I think it's one of the best racing products out there. It's the best kept secret in racing. Absolutely incredible parity, great racing, week in and week out, really interesting drivers that don't get the recognition and the publicity that they deserve. And at every turn, the series is constantly doing things that is just setting it back time after time after time. One thing's for certain is this Thermal Club race is certainly not making it into the IndyCar video game that's supposed to come out in the spring. Motorsport Games is like, oh, they added another track. We just can't do that, because I'll guarantee you in the Nashville updated circuit, it's not going to be on there. Milwaukee Mile, certainly not either. Texas probably will be. It's not going to be on the schedule. That's a completely different story. We're here to talk about Thermal Club and the exhibition race. $2,000. Why? Who? Why are you spending $2,000 to go to an exhibition race? Go to the biggest race in the world, the Indianapolis 500. You can take a family of 4 and sit in the penthouse for less than the cost of one ticket to go to the exhibition race at Thermal Club. Think about that for a second. That makes no sense. You could have a family of 4 sit in H-stand at the Indianapolis 500. A family of 4 sit in turn 4 at the Daytona 500 and still spend less than one ticket to go to Thermal Club for an exhibition race. You could go to the 2 biggest domestic races in this country for less money. It's insane. You can buy a family of 4 GA passes for next year's US Grand Prix at Circuit of the Americas. $300 a pop, $1,200 for a family of 4, and that's going to be more racing, bigger event, probably more interesting, if we're being honest, than what you're going to get at Thermal Club, and it's still less than what this exhibition race is here. And I get it. Thermal Club wants to be an ultra-exclusive event, and that's what Roger Penske and Mark Miles have said when they announced that this is. And that's what Thermal Club is, right? Ultra-exclusive, build your home. You have to build a home to be a part of the club, and then, you know, you have your dues, everything. It's a country club for motorsports. Cool. Great design, great idea. Is it a place that the sport should go to try to grow itself? Absolutely not. Are there potential sponsorship opportunities that come out of that? Or this event? Maybe, potentially, and I think that's the only reason why it's worth even entertaining this idea. But this is better served to be the preseason test like it was last year than it is to be actually on the calendar where fans are paying to go to it. I do want to know what the merch prices are going to be. Are they going to upcharge you like it's a Formula One event where they're going to charge you $140 for a McLaren hat because, well, they just want to be Formula One even though it's not? Either way, if you're spending the $2,000 to go to Thermal Club, I just want to know why, because there's a lot better things you could do with that money to, you know, enjoy racing than to go to Thermal Club. And that doesn't even include your travel costs there, your lodging, where you're staying at, Airbnb, doesn't matter. I can fly to Paris, take a train to Le Mans, and watch the 24 hours and fly back for $2,000. And that is a much better trip and a much better use of my money and experience than going to the Coachella Valley in California. And this isn't a knock on Coachella Valley. It's a beautiful place, right? There's a big music festival there. Maybe you've heard of it. And yeah, I just don't understand why somebody's spending $2,000 to go to Thermal Club. Somebody's going to, though. And that's certainly something people are going to do. So, you want to go to the IndyCar All-Star race at Thermal Club? $2,000. The winner gets $1 million. I don't think anybody's interested in rich people getting richer, but apparently they're going to be splitting that winnings with the already wealthy people of the Thermal Club. So, yeah, I don't know. Let me know in the comments if you think this is reasonable. Like and subscribe to the channel. Follow me on TikTok at BreakHard, Instagram and Twitter at BreakHardVlog.